What up, YouTube? Is this your boy, the Visionary, and welcome to another episode of Fireside Chats, bringing you the latest and current events and things that matter to me the most. Today's episode is titled Syrian Civil War and the First Steps to World War III, Part 3. This is the third installment in the video series of the title I just stated, in regards to what is going on in Syria, as well as what the Western and foreign powers are going to be doing about it. Just to recap, Syria has been in a civil war for the past 2 years. Within the past year or so, the U.S. has basically put their foot in the situation in regards to providing aid to the anti-Assad rebels. The rebels being a conglomerate of Al-Qaeda, Taliban, actual anti-Assad individuals, and criminal elements within the country itself, as well as rebel motherfuckers from other countries, mainly particularly Libya, from which they shipped them from that particular war that popped off over there. So currently what has happened now is that they released chemical weapons into the country. No one knows who it is. The Western powers, the United States, UK, France, Germany, and other Western affiliated powers are claiming that Assad is doing it. The UN, as well as the American people themselves, as well as other extraneous different sources have been stating, listen, number one, there's no definitive proof, and even the UN has stated, we found proof that it was the actual rebels doing it, yada yada. So the latest development in the Syrian Civil War situation is that in light of I would say, the political mishap that Obama had performed in regards to going gung-ho and stating, yo, we're going to plan a military action, and then, you know, trying to get the backing of the international community, which he could not. And that, I guess you can blame Kerry for that, because I guess he's just a very bad foreign policy officer, or whatever it is. But, you know, our main allies, basically the UK, backed down just because their parliament said, fuck you, no, Cameron, this is bullshit, they haven't done anything, leave them alone, they haven't attacked anyone. Then you had, who else was it? Germany. Germany stepped down. They didn't give a real specific reason why, but they stepped down. France has been chomping at the bit, but then something came out where they said, you know, we're gonna, basically back down and hold off until we get real definitive proof. But in the past, they were just as gung-ho as the U.S. in going in Syria and implementing some sort of military action. Now, the recent development is that, in light of those situations and the fact that Obama looks like an idiot right now, saying, oh, I have the authority to go in and implement a military action, but I'm going to ask Congress anyway just to get the, verbal authority to do so, which is bullshit. What has happened is that the Senate or Congress basically said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to create a bill or a bill we're going to pass through the Senate, and it's going to be a peace treaty with Syria, and the treaty is basically asking Assad to sign, stating that chemical weapons are to be banned and outlawed in use in the civil war in and of itself. And if he does not comply with signing this bill within 45 days, then the U.S. and other Western powers are going to implement some sort of military action against the country. My direct, blunt opinion of this is, like, it's complete bullshit. Just for the simple fact that it puts Assad and his country in Syria between a rock and a hard place. Basically, if he signs this bill, he indirectly states that yes, he was using chemical weapons, which from the evidence shows that he was not using it. And then if he does not sign it, the international community is going to say, you know what, this guy, we need to go in because blah 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 blah. I would say when you get the chance, just do the research in regards to the UN reports, and they've gone in, like I said in my other videos, multiple times within the past year. I think 2 other times, and the UN inspectors went there and they found use of chemical weapons, but they've always found it to be used by the rebels, specifically in period. And then if you try to correlate this with the fact that the US changed their story, the basic narrative to, we're going in if Assad uses chemical weapons, to, oh, chemical weapons were used and that's crossing the red line and we have to step in to do something, and them stepping in to do something is basically attacking Assad's chemical weapons bases, his airfields and stuff like that, so he won't be able to launch a counterattack. You really can see what the fuck is going on in regards to this fucking situation, period. Again, look at the PNAC documents, you already know what's happening, refer to those, because then once that pops off, Iran is going to be pulled into the picture, then Russia and China. You've heard me said this all before, so stay tuned. When you get the chance, look up that treaty that they're trying to get through. I don't know if it's going to pass or not, and if so, if Assad is going to sign it. But it's going to be very interesting once they get that shit passed through Congress and Senate, because then it puts them on the deadline to basically say, you know what, I'm signing this treaty, and then I'm going to, like, you know, surrender. That's basically what it is. It's a surrender treaty. Period. Alright, YouTubers, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. Take care. Peace.